firm Technomic, pizza sales. Pizza sales are nearly $40 billion in the United States last year. Now, one of the companies that is looking for a slice of the action is Marco's Pizza. Joining me now is the company's Chief Operating Officer. We got Bryon Stevens. Bryon, thanks for being here. I noticed that, you don't look like a guy that makes pizza. I mean, you look like, an operating officer of a major company. You got 450 stores. How'd you get into the pizza business?
Well, it's an interesting story. I do make pizzas occasionally, but I came through the development side of the company. We saw in Marco's a great company that was ready to grow, and that was my role, to help this company grow and to reach its potential.
Toledo, Ohio, right? Can you just
Yes,
take
sir.
us back and walk us through a little bit of the history of Marco's Pizza?
Yeah, Toledo's the home. Pat, or Pasquale Gianmarco, was the founder. He started Marco's in 1978, and he set out with one mission, and that mission was to not be the biggest but the best pizza chain he could possibly be. And he grew the brand to about 125 stores, and in 2004 he sold the controlling interest of that to Jack Buderak and a number of other investors, and we've been growing the brand ever since.
Okay, so this franchise that you've got, is it divided up obviously by areas? Where is the greatest concentration now? And then tell me about your plans. I know you're going to India.
Yeah, it is growing all across the United States. We're in 36 states now. We have just under 500 locations. Our biggest geographical footprint is still in the Midwest, but the Southeast and the Southwest, sort of Oklahoma and Texas, are big growth markets for us. And as you alluded to, we will be growing in Puerto Rico and India. Before the end of the year, we'll have stores open there, and we have stores in the Bahamas as well.
In the Bahamas. All right, so what are the requirements if you want to become a Marco's Pizza franchisee? What kind of things and skills and background do you need?
First of all, it takes a great passion for wanting to be in the business.
Okay.
Pizza is a great business. We need a dedication to being in the quality pizza segment because we make a quality pizza. Our dough is made fresh in the stores every day, which is different than a lot of the brands have today. Our cheese is a dairy fresh cheese. You have to have a passion for the quality of our pizza and want to develop and utilize your skills and your people's skills to make sure you maintain that quality. And then you have to have the economic proposition.
Right. I mean, is it expensive to start a franchise? I mean, are they typically people in small companies that already have franchise experience, or how do you start?
It's a little bit of both. We have investor types who are getting in and then developing whole territories, and we have individual franchisees who are getting in. The investment cost is still entry level for the industry. It's about $300,000 to get a facility started. Take down small leasable real estate, 12 to 1,500 square feet. So the business model is very solid. It works for everyone. Now,
do you have a favorite pizza, Bryon?
I do. I prefer to have pepperoni, sausage, and I put some green olives on that for a little flair. All
right. Now, you told me also that Friday night is pizza night in your house. Are you able to track the pizza consumption and output from all your stores on a regular basis so you know which pizza sells best on certain days of the week?
We do, and Friday is pizza night across the country. Americans are in love with pizza, and so Fridays are a big night in pizza as well for Marco's. And pepperoni, believe it or not, still with all the talk of all the other things in this world, pepperoni is still the #1 topping on pizzas in America.
What about the competition? I got a note that Quiznos as well as Sbarro, both seeking bankruptcy protection. Is this an opportunity, or do you face a similar challenge that they seem to be dealing with?
No, knock on wood, things are good. We are growing very rapidly. We'll open 200 locations this year. Opened
200?
100 last year. Correct. So we've got things going well. We've been able to make sure we maintain a great culture around accountability and achievement with all of our people. We focus on our business model, making sure that our sales and our profits are in our business the way they need to be to ensure that the capital will continue to find a very, happy home with us.
What about the actual equipment necessary? I mean, is there a difference in the pizza ovens that are used? Does it matter what kind of food service appliances you've got in the stores?
Yeah, we do have specifications to ensure that we're going to be able to produce our spec product at our stores all the time. So you have to buy a particular line of equipment when you want to be in the business with us.
And does it also mean that, you order the pizza and there's a certain amount of time in which it will be completed and on its way?
We try to stick to it, hoping the pizza will be there in that 30 to 45 minute time frame, and we're able to maintain that about 90% of the time.
All right. And what about deliveries? I mean, because you mentioned this being a franchise, do you also expect people to come with a delivery part of the business?
Delivery is a big part of pizza. We have about 60% of the volume of our restaurants is delivered to the homes. And so we, take great care in making sure that our systems are in place to get that pizza to the customers in that 30 to 45 minute time window.
All right, I'm going to ask you like an industry story, but is there a special name for that little plastic thing that sits in the middle of the pizza so that the lid does not touch the bottom, the actual food?
I had hoped you wouldn't ask me a question I couldn't answer.
Okay, all right, so I stumped you on that one.
Yeah.
All right, then the last thing is, what about advertising on pizza boxes? I mean, this used to be something that was held out as being a way to make more money. Does that not work? Is it just something that's not consistent with what the brand is about?
No, we still advertise. We use a very unique box. We have a box that's extremely high quality. We advertise on that box. We believe that the consumer that has the pizza in their mouth today is the best customer to come back the next day or later that week. So we do still advertise on our boxes to ensure that they're going to keep that message in front of them.
All right, but you still don't know the name of that plastic?
I don't know the name of that.
It
looks like a three-legged table, but I don't think that's the name of it.
I don't know, but we'll invent one. All right, thanks very much. Bryon Stevens, he is the Chief Operating Officer of Mark.